Hey guys, welcome to Ry's Walkaround. I have a great special guest with me today. I am Matty, come over from Planet Coaster Console, and I am Matty's channel, which will be linked. How are you, Matt?
I'm doing very well. Thank you ever so much for having me. I'm super excited. I get to have a look at another PC park again. I'm not used to this.
Well, after the Thunderland review you did with Dan for me, I wanted to thank you, and I thought the nicest thing to do with that would be to have a little bit of a park tour around another PC park. So you're very welcome to come on board and have a look round, mate. So yeah, so we got a good
This
good.
looks sensational as well. I'm getting sidetracked already. We haven't even got into the park. You're like, I need to say who it is and who it's by. And I'm like, look how pretty it is. It just looks amazing.
Well, this is what got me on the Steam shop. I was kind of looking for something that would be good to have a little walk around with you, without any theme maker toolkit and so forth, so that you could actually experience an original PC Park build, if you know what I mean. So, as far as I'm aware, it has most of the DLC packs. So, obviously, you guys have that as well. So, hopefully, this brings to light what you can do without having to use individual pieces that people have made. So, yeah, we have MPC Studios, guys. So, let's take a walk around and see what you think. You do have to pardon my camera skills. I must admit, I'm not the best. But I will add that in later. But it's just a really picturesque looking studio parks. I mean, I've been to a few myself over the years, and the bit that got me with this was just purely, I mean, look at that entrance. It's just so cool.
It's beautiful. Absolutely stunning architecture. It's the lighting as well that makes it pop, that really makes it stand out. I mean, it's a fantastic build, but I do almost wonder what it would look like in the day and if it would have that same effect that it gives. Because for me, a lot of this is the way that the lights are bouncing off and the reflections it's causing. And yes, it's still fantastic in the day look, but at night it just really pops as
Yep.
well. It's just superb. It's beautiful day and night, but
I,
you can see why it's a night park.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of why I wanted to open it with it at night time. I mean, it does look great in the day, but it's the same. I mean, if you go to ever been to a studio parks like I don't know, MGM in Florida, not MGM, Hollywood Studios nowadays, this is the kind of vibe you get, and it's hit the nail on the head for me. I love it, I really do, and the center line that I always have in the park as well. So you always have a centre line with a ride and a feature behind it, and it just gives that central look to the park. And I just love the detail, the architecture.
Some really nice architecture, like some great use of trimming all the way around. Just the building styles are like kind of different on both sides as well, but they really complement each other.
Yeah,
Just looks absolutely fantastic. Really nicely done, and for already for me, I could see this being created on a console as well because you said it's not got any TMTK items. I'm recognizing all of the things, everything that he's used. I can see I can tell what all the pieces are, so it's nice to know that I could, if should I want to, I could go and try and recreate this on a console. Now, I know this is like 80,000 pieces, so we couldn't do that, but certainly like kind of parts of it we could recreate should we want it on a console, which is amazing. And I really appreciate the fact that you've chosen a park that a console player can appreciate as well.
yeah, and I just literally loaded it up last night, saw it, and I walked through this entrance. I had a quick spin round, and I just thought, how picturesque in real life does it feel? I mean, I don't know if it is a pure realism park, but it looks it to me. But I think we're just going to have a great walk around today. I really do. See what the rides are like, and I just think it's just. I mean, look, it reminds me so much of Universal Studios Florida because that's a little bit more open than the Disney aspect. But it's just so detailed and it just looks so picturesque at night time. And like you were saying, the lighting's key on this. He's really done it well. Instead of placing it flat onto it, every light is facing up or down, which then gives those shadows, it gives those effects, and it just adds detail without using hundreds of thousands of pieces. It's brilliant. Oh, look at this ride.
That's really cool. So, lighting for me can make or break a park. If you build a really nice park, but then like kind of do the lighting a little bit off, it can really ruin the aesthetic of it at night.
Yep.
But for me, the lighting in this one is just absolutely perfect. It's just like as you said, it's just so realistic, so naturally done.
Yeah, and that's key for me as well. One thing I always try and do is like people use a lot of the light colors to, the brighter colors to use. If you actually say, for instance, you pick a yellow, make it a darker yellow, it still stays the same kind of shade, but it desensitizes it because the saturation is so high in the game. And this gentleman's done pretty much that. It just works perfectly. Really, really does. So, what should we do first then? Should we hang a left and like we always do and go round?
Yeah, let's go left. Let's do it.
Yeah. So what we got here? We got Veruket. Do you want to have a go at that? Studio tour.
Provoked. Being provoked.
So.
Have to be careful how you're saying that.
Yes, I know. That's
like monetized already.
Exactly. So inside isn't as detailed, but I get that because you would be touching 100, 200,000 pieces if you did. But let's see what we got. So there we go, Matt. What do you think?
I'm going to be honest. That was absolutely fantastic.
So well put
Brilliant.
together. Yeah.
Do you know, this is going to sound like an insult or a critique, but it's not. It's simple and effective in the best possible way imaginable. It's just so original and so creative, and the way that it's going through all these different sets. I'm not a huge fan of these spinning coasters. I never really have been, and a lot of ones that I've been on are always quite generic and quite samey, and there's not really anything that makes them stand out or makes me remember them.
I mean, look, I
Even
didn't even
things I've
see the door. Yeah.
get,
Yeah.
I can't even think of another spinning coaster off the top of my head that I've seen in another spotlight that I've done. But this will stand out to me. I'll remember this moving forward just because of how amazing it was. Yeah, great job. And a great
It's
actual experience as well.
Yeah, it's the simplicity behind it all. It's just it. How can I put it? Like you say, I mean, I've been on these in real life, and they're just crazy bits of kit. But the nice thing is, it just gave you that little bit of a story. It's like a kind of zombie themed kind of film set. But it's the simplicity of all the pieces. I mean, the lovely thing is these are all big pre-made pieces, so you're not getting the piece count there as well. But it's to me, this is Planko realism. This is the signature of how you do that. It's just perfect. I love it.
Thinking outside the box as well.
Yeah.
It's just nice to see something original. Like kind of having this movie set that it comes through and having all the different stages and sets and sound designs and everything. Just, yeah, great job. I really like that. And as I said, it's going to be something that I'll actually remember moving forward as well. And that's what you want when you do spotlights. You want to see things that are going to stick with you and that you'll remember moving forward. Because sometimes they do kind of like blend into each other once you've seen the same thing so many times.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the thing. I haven't looked at many studio parks on this game, and that was just a great little. The bit that got me was the amount of coaster in that space. I know it kind of goes to probably about there, but there's not much of a footprint there, if you know what I mean. That's and the detail in it was just brilliant. I that worked really well for me. I enjoyed that. Really enjoyed that.
As you zoomed out then, I saw something on the outside that I massively appreciated that we didn't look at before we came in. Look at that car park! I love it! I love the car park.
And it looks
I
like
like car parks.
looks like you got a hotel here as well, a 4-star.
Oh wow, that's incredible. Oh, I love this system. This whole car park road layout. Just looks really naturally integrated and really realistic, and great job. This is a big park, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not small. I mean, it's not like my park with 15 coasters or whatever how many it had. Where am I?
That's not
But
all it was.
it's
It felt like more like 300 coasters at first. A
the
3 hour
detail,
spotlight.
all in the detail. So, right, what else we got? So that was the exit. So we got Hotel Empire. So that's the back to the building that was in the car park. Anything behind here? Nope.
Oh, you had to break the illusion, didn't you?
Oh, I'm just having a look. So, Expedition Space. This looks like we got... where are we? So, yeah, wait times by the looks of it. So then we got this transition into sci-fi, which actually, the lighting works really well on this.
Yeah.
And then the fireworks going off. It's one thing I've never done, because it takes up so much memory, the fireworks shows.
Yeah, I've never done fireworks, I must admit.
They do look good, though. I mean, look at that with the Enterprise.
That's a thumbnail right there. You've literally just got the thumbnail for this video. That's an amazing shot right there.
2 seconds.
You're like, screenshot.
I'm trying, but I think my computer's going to give up on me. Where are we? Screenshot. There we go. Done. And we will probably... Oh, look, with the moon. No, that's the angle. There we go. Right. Yeah, that is a beautiful view. So we've got, obviously, a collider. There we are. What we got to the right?
I really like the collider. I really like the collider with Planet Coaster. I think I've had it in every park that I've made so far, pretty much. I just don't know what it is, I just really like it. It's one of my favourite rides.
I think it's the detail it gives you and the lighting at night time. And it's just that one thing that's kind of there, if you know what I mean. And because it goes away and comes back, like I did in Thunderland, I sunk it into the ground. So you don't, you wouldn't know it's there unless it's actually working.
Yeah.
And then when it works...
The same in my first park as well.
Yeah.
Sunk it into the ground.
Oh, that coaster looks good.
Yes.
We've got a big B&M in the background as well.
Great sight lines in the park. There's so many ways that your eyes are just being like averted to. It's like everywhere you're looking, I'm looking elsewhere as well because there's so much to see and so much going on everywhere.
Yeah, and the nice thing is it's quite open as well, so it gives you the views through to the other bits, if you know what I mean. So the sight lines through the area are just, they're pretty epic. I can give up on me. So what we've got here, go-karts. Ooh. Oh, that track, it's just like lit up, isn't it? Yeah, it looks neon-y. Yeah, but it blends with the neons, if you know what I mean. It kind of looks like the track's a big neon. It works quite well. So, okay, we've got Orion, which I think is this coaster then. So we'll have a little go on this. Again, pardon my camera skills, guys.
I think there was some mad skills going on right there, I'm not gonna lie. Gotta keep it in the... You gotta think when you're a little kid colouring. Keep it in the lines, keep it in the lines.
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go.
Held it. That's a really nice sightline. Just as the coaster comes past as well.
Yeah.
There's a bit of queue interaction as well with the ride.
This is very Disneyland Paris, this. I like this. That looks lovely. And then the station's done up quite nicely as well. So, let's have a ride then, guys. Ooh.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Very icon. Ooh. So smooth.
Very smooth. Very fluid. Really nice subtle banking as we go around as well.
Just so smooth. have a little launch. I'm speechless.
Yeah, really nice coaster.
That was that was pretty amazing. How was that? So the amount of time that went into that to keep that smooth is phenomenal. I just feel the only thing it was lacking was music.
I can't hear any sounds, so I can't testify to that. I actually can't hear any of the in-game sounds.
Ah, my apologies, mate. I don't know why.
No, I don't think you can. I just think
Okay.
it's the way that we record. So I'll hear it when I watch the video back. But
Yeah, no, that's...
the amount of time smoothing and that is amazing.
I was blown away by that coaster. That actually felt very relaxing to ride.
I get that. Yeah,
I don't know why. I just felt it felt so fluid that it was just going into every inversion just perfectly. There was no jitteriness in it at all. It was just perfect. And what does it look like in the day? It still looks good in the day, even though it's sci-fi with the colours that they're, because of the lighting on obviously these pre-made pieces. It works.
Yeah, the real subtle aqua bloom.
Yeah, not so subtle, but yeah.
It just looks really nice. It just looks really like the rest of the park in a strange way. Even though it's sci-fi, it looks picturesque. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think because of the
sci-fi.
Yeah. Just having a little bit of an auto save.
This
Go-Karts.
is the exits for the Go-Karts. How's he done that?
What's that?
Back to the Future cars. Is that part of the Back to the Future's DLC? Is it?
Yes, it is. And if you get
we don't have that on console.
Oh, do you not? That means you wouldn't have the Munster cars either then.
No, we don't have Back to the Future or Monsters.
Oh, that's a shame.
DLC that we don't own.
Ah, that's a shame because, yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, the Back to the Future one, it's nice to have the trademarked stuff, but I very rarely use it unless you're specifically building something for that theme, if you know what I mean. I use a couple of bits from the Monsters pack, just like exhaust pipes and stuff to use in certain detail pieces, but apart from that, I don't really use much of it. For this,
I find I always go back to Studios and Ghostbusters. Those are a lot of pieces that I use.
I use probably mainly just wood, all sorts, you know, from everything. Wood, I use a lot of wood, and I know that sounds silly, but there's so many different pieces. It's hard to describe which pack they actually come from, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of how I build. I never really memorize what I do have. I just kind of use the general things I need, if you know what I mean, and just manipulate them. But this is quite a picturesque little go-karts, actually. So yeah.
Yeah, really nice interaction with everything as well, going around as well. It's more of looking at what's going on around more than anything. I've spent the entire time we've been on this just looking around everything else as opposed to what's going on the actual go-karts itself.
Exactly the same. It's really nice, really nice. And the fact is also that you're predominantly only seeing the sci-fi area as well. So the berms are working perfectly. Yeah, no, I like that. That was good.
Yeah.
So where are we then? We are... Oh, I went up the exit. My apologies. Oh, wow.
I like that flat ride skin.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder if that's a homage to... I can't remember what the actual name of it is. The one that landed on the moon. It almost looks like kind of the actual hub thing that kind of like goes on the moon. I wonder if it's like just a little bit of a slight nod to that kind of thing, especially with it having the American flag on top of it as well.
Possibly. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I might have been making it up as I go along. I don't know.
Lunar landing?
Like.
Was it the lunar landing? The lunar pod?
We'll go with that. Yeah, I don't know. Something like that.
I think it was. I've watched loads of it, but for some reason right now I can't remember it. That's a cool looking building. I love doing structures like this because people get blown away with how it looks so technical, and it's actually really easy to do. You literally just build one plank one side, yeah, Literally
copy and paste it all the way
t-
around.
turn it around, make sure it lines up at the top, and then just literally 45-degree angle it so you've got 4 sides, and then just literally rotate them individually round as a foursome, and it just comes out like that.
What?
You what?
What? I didn't think it was that type of video.
Oh, you know what I mean. There's a 4-piece copy. La di da. Anyway, I'll cut that. Oh, look at that view.
No, you will not. That's the best part. What are you on about? That's comedy gold.
That
Anyway,
gigger looks good. Yeah, moving on. Where are
This
we?
is why people don't have me on spotlights.
Oh no,
FYI.
you go for it, mate. Seriously, because I'll go for it then, and I don't normally do it on my channel because I don't really have people to talk to like that. So yeah, crack on.
I was getting, people actually avoid me doing spotlights with me now because I cause too much trouble.
No. As you please, bud. Seriously, as you please. I like these lights. They're really cool.
That's quite a few piece count just for that alone, isn't it?
38.
38 pieces. Wow, just for one light.
Yeah.
It's really nicely done now.
Could have saved a couple. Could have used, like, instead of having 1, 2 there, you could have had 1, if you know what I mean. You know,
Yeah,
be a
the
little...
4 meter.
Yeah.
Instead of 2 meter.
But apart from that, I mean, that's how I would build, just to literally, because if you put 100 of them in and you save a piece per one, that's 100 pieces saved, isn't it? Unfortunately,
I mean, little things like that on a console, at least, we have to really think about things like that. I mean, every single piece that we can save, we need to be doing, really.
Yeah, and that's how I built Funderland. Funderland, the latest one, is built in that manner, in literally everything, every piece and so forth. And the other thing I tried to do was not have any flickering, you know, where you overlap the pieces and then it kind of flickers. I don't know if you get that on console.
We do, yes, we do. You have to split it from the building. I could probably do with doing a little tiny tutorial video on that, actually.
Yeah.
I might do that at some point. You're giving me ideas now.
That's just, you know. You're welcome. What's going on
Right.
here?
I have a request. I'm going to put you on the spot now.
Okay.
So,
okay.
you know you're building Monaco?
Yes.
Please, can I join you when you do the tour of that? Because I am the biggest Formula One fan in the world, and I've been watching you progress this Monaco build, and it looks sensational. And I really, really, really want to come and join you on the tour so I can have a look around.
You're more than welcome. We will, mate. We
Yay!
will. The only thing I need to make everybody aware, including yourself, is it's not a direct comparison. It's my version. All right. So it's not. It's not going to be detail for detail. The buildings are going to be in the same place. They just may not have so many floors and so much detail purely because of the piece count. Because at the minute I'm already at 40,000 pieces and I've only done 4 corners. So and that's kind of why I haven't been playing it so much, because I'm trying to work out in my head how I can make. I mean, you look at a picture from the harbour to the front of Monaco, and it's just buildings, and it's 13 to 30 floors per building. And the problem is in Planco, per floor, you're probably looking at 100 pieces. You times that by 10,000, you're already at 100,000 pieces just on floors. It's just phenomenal. Yeah, so, yeah. Anyway, remember we're missing this.
This gives.
Yeah. I like that. I always like going on those because it gives a view of the park. So that was a good little view. But yeah, no, Monaco, mate. No, most definitely. I want to get it done before the Monaco Grand Prix, but subject to how this whole lorry thing goes and how much time that takes up and energy, it may take a little bit longer. So,
okay.
So, yes. Where are we? So we've got the Fallen Jungle Empire. Let me just zoom out because I just want to make sure that we've covered everything here. We've done the go-karts.
I really like how we've got the differing themes areas as well.
Yep. I like the way it's just all cordoned off. The way they've done the buildings, it's you know, I've flown over when I was a kid. I flew over MGM Studios in Florida, and it literally looks like that. You don't realise the detail that's in it until you're down on eye level, and I just love how this has been put together.
I really appreciate as well all the detailing on top of the buildings as well. I mean, this is stuff that you wouldn't even really see that much, but he's put all the ventilation on top, all the piping, Or piping? Piping? Pipes.
Yep.
All the pipes on top and everything. Just thinking of all that realism as well, and it just really adds to it as well. And even the roofs are different. It's like, so this roof here, it's got some different texture on it, so it
Different
doesn't
levels.
all. Well,
Yep.
yeah, it's just little things like that.
Yeah.
Just looks brilliant.
Yeah. I'm enjoying this so far. Right then, Maddie, let's go for the Fallen Jungle Empire. Moving into
I do
another.
love these different transitioning areas. It just felt so natural going from one area to another as well.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I mean, that looks a bit different, but
It works.
coming from this way, it works perfectly. I genuinely think
I
that's, yeah.
actually think it works both ways. I'm not going to lie. For me, that works both ways.
Okay, okay. Maybe it's just the sign for me. I don't know. I would have probably kept this signature detail sign and called it Expedition Space. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, the way I look at things. But no, I mean, it's so immersive. Look at this.
Yeah, it's just great job all the way around. I'm just blown away by this. I think it's absolutely fantastic.
I love the way he's using the rocks as well for demarcation instead of having a barrier. I think it just, like all the way through the sci-fi, there was hardly a barrier going around anything because he just utilised the rides and everything to cut everything off. Where this, I love these lights. Look, and all that is three pieces. Torch, trunk, 4 pieces maybe. So it's good.
And rocks as well can also give them little subtle elevation changes, but without elevation changes as well. It
Yep.
just creates that little kind of like little bumps and all over the place. And this little ride here, this flat ride, is just ever so slightly raised.
Yep.
Only by about 2 or 3 foot. But then because he's done that and then been able to put the rocks around it, it's just given that little tiny elevation change.
Yep. Yep.
Words not forming properly, but you know what I mean.
No, and this is one thing I was saying to Dan, exact same conversation I was having with Dan the other day. I built a little pirate shop area for him, and he raised the barrier back up all the way the same height around it when he placed it in the park. And he sent me a screenshot, and I said, oh, it looks great, dude. But try lowering the front barrier. And the reason being is if you lower the front barrier, it opens up the eye levels, like you've just said. You literally got 1 height, 2 height, 3 height, 4 height, and it just then all blends together. But it gives you that seamless look as if you are looking up a hill, and you're not. And it's just perfect. It really is.
And you've got to think, when you're in a park, nothing is ever really flat.
No, never.
Nothing. They're normally kind of like given this piece of land, and they have to kind of like just work with it. And unless they're putting like one of the big coasters in there, generally they have to work with what they're given. So if they've got a flat ride or the traction, they have to work with the ground that's around them. And if you've got these great big rocks, generally they can't move them, so you have to like kind of work around them. And that's kind of like what you need to be thinking is when you're building a park, is like kind of trying to put in these little tiny subtle elevation changes.
Yeah, but the thing is, that isn't just noticed there, is it? It's noticed all the way through this sight line.
Yeah.
You just got the different levels, and that's exactly what I tried to do with Ghost and Freefall and Timber Trail in Thunderland. Like you were saying, you got the different elevations, and it just works. So it looks like we have a bit of a dart ride, I think, here. Should we see what we got, Matty?
Let's have a look. Let's do it.
Wherever the car is. Here comes one. So, back in a second, guys. Here we go.
Oh, nice use of triggers.
Yeah. I love the way this game looks at night time.
I love the way this park looks at night time.
Yeah. I mean, look at the reflections on those. I mean, it's just... I forget about those jungle ropes.
They're a really good piece, actually.
That's one thing I need to do is Mayan stroke jungle. I need to do a build. Oh, wow.
Oh, cool.
That's wicked.
Oh, that is really nicely done.
Sweet.
Great use of triggers
Yeah.
throughout.
Snake. Got all the treasure. Even the roof, the ceiling, it just is so well done. Look at that.
Yeah,
I like
brilliant.
I like that. I like that a lot. That was nice. That inner bit with the, where was it? That was brilliant. The perspective you had on that. Where is it? Where's it gone? Through here. So simple.
Yeah.
So simple. Just the arches, few rocks, couple of bushes, some tree roots, and the ball. That is a lovely
The
effect.
that it gave.
Ah, it's phenomenal. I'll tell you what, where's the car? Where are they? Here they come. Let's do it from there. That was brilliant. I love that. Oh, right. Okay, now I enjoyed that whole ride actually. The detail, again, minimal to a degree, but just enough to cover everything up. Just opening up the areas for viewpoints. I just thought it was a great little ride, that. And again, at night time, looks great. So yeah, great little ride there. And also at night time, this area looks great.
Like the rest of the park, to be honest. I mean,
Yeah.
the whole park just looks sensational at night, day and night, both the same. He's really excelled at making you feel immersed in this park, regardless of the lighting. It just feels very immersive
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
the way through.
Oh, I've never been on one of these, and I never will go on one of these. I have no need. It works.
I think I went on one when I was like a teenager at like a local fair, I think.
Yeah, they used to. I think they used to have one at a little place called Wicksteed Park in Kettering, many years ago. But I've, to be honest with you, in real life, I haven't seen one of those in years. So I do like his architecture. It's just simple because they're single pieces, you know, these, but it just gives that lovely effect. Ah.
Yeah, I'm in complete agreement. Oh, water feature!
Yes.
There you go, I'm happy. There you go, I'm happy now. I've seen a water feature.
There you go.
Oh, love it.
I haven't got it in
So
fast
for anyone
forward.
that may not be aware, I absolutely love water features, and I'll be doing spotlights with other people as well. And like, oh, Matty, have you seen that coaster with that? And I'm like, I'm too busy looking at the water feature, mate. I just love my favourite thing in
There
a
you go.
Planet Coaster is foliage and water features.
There
Oh, look at that. Poor PC can't handle it.
you go. On
Oh, I
PC,
love it.
Fountains found kill it. Absolutely kill it. I wanted a load in Thunderland, but I put them in very early on, and my rate went down by 6 frames a second.
Oh, dear.
With having, I think I was placing about 500. It was a lot, but I went, nope, that'll do. That'll do. Because I already had the fountain skirting on, what do you call it? The Pirates Cove ride, you know, Rogue Wave, the
Right.
Cascade. So I didn't want to hinder that. Isn't this a good looking area?
Yeah, once again. And again, it's just the way that the ride interacts with the queue as well. So
Yeah,
as you're coming down, you can see the ride going around you, which again is very realistic. And what you'd see in general theme parks is just building that anticipation as you're in the queue, just watching
yeah.
the ride go around you.
Totally agree. Totally agree.
Going back to the same word again, immersive.
Yeah.
Feeling very, very immersive. Feeling very natural, realistic, what you would see in a proper theme park. I love this. I think it looks absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. It's nice. And the other thing is as well is that it's not, how can I put it, a huge area, if you know what I mean. It's all like I did with the mine train, just tried to coincide it all in one little area instead of having it kind of go all the way around like a Six Flags style kind of thing. It's so compact, and that's to me that's ultimate immersion. It just looks great. Right.
This
Yeah.
creator really has got an eye for detail. Extremely talented.
And the other thing I quite like about that, and I'll back that up, it has a minimalist eye for detail, which is nice because me in here, I would have put beams across here, I would have trimmed up the floor, I would have done underneath, I would have tried doing something with these. But even though he hasn't done that, it's still fully immersive. And then you got the track sections just here. I didn't see that before. There you go. Switch track. Right, where's this coaster? Da, 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 da.
Excited for this.
I am. This looks a good coaster. I can't wait.
Doesn't
Let's go.
it?
And the nice thing is this lift hill doesn't look too big. So I'm just hoping it's got speed, continuous speed, if you know what I mean. But we'll see. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just comparing it to the Thunderland 400 high giga. But, hey.
Oh, the one that took 3 days to get up the left hand.
I put it at
Lord of the Rings trilogy whilst waiting for it to get to the top.
I put it at 14 miles an hour, the quickest it could get up there. So please don't hate me.
Oh, look at this sight line.
This is beautiful.
Oh, wow. Really nice first smooth drop as well. Let's go to the top. Very smooth once again. I like how it goes over the cars there as well.
I'm just speechless. There's your water effects, buddy.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to be honest with you. That's probably one of the best gigas I've been on in this game.
Statement.
I felt I got a big TV in front of me, but I felt as though I was on that coaster, and you don't normally get that from this game. That's two coasters in this park now that I've actually felt as though I was actually riding. The first one I said it was so smooth I felt as though I was floating, and this one I don't know. I could ride that again. I could ride that all day. That was phenomenal. And no, sorry, I really enjoyed that. I was speechless the whole way around.
For me, when you're on these rides, sometimes you're going on them as a ride and you're thinking of them as a ride, and then other times you're thinking of them as an experience. And for me, that was the latter. That was an experience.
Yeah.
And yeah, just great job. For the actual ride itself, if we take away the experience aspects and all that kind of stuff, absolutely fantastic smoothing. Once again, kept up a great momentum all the way around. Really nice banking where it needed to. The airtime was brilliant. The sight lines it was giving, it ticked all the boxes that it needed to. If you gave a list of boxes that you needed to tick for an experience in a Giga Coaster, this literally ticked every single one of them. So yeah, for me, great job.
Yeah, I was. The funny thing is, it's like you're at the edge of the park. It did not feel like I was at the edge of the park. I don't know. I was just immersed. There isn't much theming, but there was just enough to keep your eye on the coaster. Like you were saying about going over the cars there, it just gives you that little bit. And it was just this bit here, just in and out of the buildings, just so fluid. Again, it's just so smooth, and probably that's what it is. The smoothness is just getting me. It just the elements, this little bit as it comes through the water just here.
It's funny
You
that
know,
you said how close to the edge of the park it is. Now I've commented on this in past spotlights before, and I've said like kind of building so close to the edge, and then you've got all this area of dead zone. I didn't even notice.
no,
So that's how immersive the coaster was.
yeah, and yeah, I enjoyed that. Love that. Congrats, that was a brilliant build. Well, that took hold.
And itself was so good and kept me so enthralled all the way down.
Yeah, I loved that. I thought it was brilliant. To the I mean the immersion. I mean going through there with the water feature, just perfect. In and out of the buildings, over the shops. It's ticking every box, like you said. It literally is ticking every box. I love these.
I noticed them as we'd gone in, but you were saying something, so I didn't want to cut you off. Yeah, these custom-made umbrellas.
What? Hold the line. What are they? What's this piece? Come on. Drapes. Are they a curtain? Wow. No, they're the blue and white Western flag feature. You know, where
Right.
that's all that is. Amazing.
Is that not TMTK?
Nope. There's not an item of TNT&K in this whole
I was gonna say, I
part.
didn't think there was.
That is, let me show you what that is, just quickly. We'll keep this in the stream. Western, that is maybe not in this one. Oh, you know these drapes.
Oh,
That's all that is. Those just coloured differently. That is amazing.
good figure.
So they are 109 pieces each, but that
Wow.
is how simple you can make something that looks so different. That to me is
Fantastic.
that's Planko creativity right there. That's phenomenal. Same with the chairs.
Thinking
Just
outside the box.
yeah. I mean, these are all loads of different. Amazing. I love what people do on this game.
It's the funniest thing. I was saying, I can't remember who I was saying this to. I think it might have been Tommy CM and Michael when I did a spotlight with them a couple of weeks back, should I say? Is even though this game is 5 years old, still
It's
think
not.
people are creating.
Yeah, it's every day this game's brand new because it's in the eye of the beholder. The only thing that's old are the pieces you use, but the difference is those pieces can be used in any manner, any form, any shape, and create something that is from your mind. And that's why I truly love this game. And people will say, "Oh yeah, but I've been playing it for years. I'm bored." Yeah, but you play it because you just want to go on a coaster. You don't play it for the creativity aspect of it and giving people an experience. And Thunderland to me was that experience from my perspective. That's what I wanted to give the world, and I gave it. So yeah.
In my new park, I've spent 50 hours on it so far, and I haven't even got into the park yet.
Yeah, it's
I've
crazy.
just been doing like everything all at the outside.
I found a video the other day where it was literally what do you call it? Where I'd just done coaster layouts, and I had a look at it, and I was like, wow, what a transformation it was. And again, it's a video I'm going to do soon. So, right, this all sounds very magical. We got some kind of funky music going on here. So we got. Do you want to have a go at that? Rapenblitz Junior Coaster.
Pundle Blitz. It's the Pundle Blitz.
There's no D. There's no Rapenblitz. Rapenblitz? Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah,
Okay. Oh. So we got a little Vekoma, do we reckon? Little kind of bug or dragon.
Okay.
It's the bug. Here we go.
Love kiddie coasters. They're ace.
I do. I don't know why. I'm always surprised by the amount of airtime you get on some of them. It's great.
Yeah.
It's just those little like milliseconds of airtime, but it reminds you of being a kid and in your dad's car and you go over a hill and he speeds up a bit and you get off the hill. It's just great. That's a cool little coaster, actually. It does a
The
second
funniest
lap.
thing
So
is, they're always so generic as well. They're always very samey.
yep,
But I still don't get bored of riding them. I mean, for this one, it literally does exactly what it needs to. It's short, it's sweet, keeps up that nice little slow momentum. Yeah, it just done exactly what it needed to.
yep,
Great job. I really like it.
yeah. And the scenery as well, just around it. There's just enough to give it, and all it is terrain and a few bushes and rocks. It just works. It really, really
A bit
works.
of personality.
Yep.
Great job.
Okay, yeah, really enjoyed that. That was a great little kiddie coaster. Like you say, very generic, but it hits the nail on the head, ticks all the boxes. And I'm really
Generic, but
enjoying.
not in a bad way.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying this area. Actually, it's got a whole different feel. When you watch the spotlight back, you'll hear the music,
Oh
and it kind of
no.
works.
Oh no.
What is going on here?
Oh dear. I wondered where all the guests were in this park. We found them.
What is going on? That is. Let's have a look, see what's going on here. We don't.
They'll save you, don't worry.
Right. Expert class in not how to do this now, because. So you
I mean,
got.
this is riveting content right here, mate.
It really is. I mean, it's just insane.
I mean, 1 million subs just coming just on this one little bit alone.
Right, anyway, there we go. We got rid of the guests. They'll all be at the entrance now. Anyway,
There you go. Anyway,
so colourful little area. What was up here? There was a ride up here. So there is something up
oh
here.
no, now they're stuck. Oh, just leave them be.
Yeah.
Fine, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I was just
Get
trying
it.
to be good. So we got a little wooden coaster here, but I don't know if it'll work because we haven't got any path leading to the entrance now. So back in a second, guys. Right then, let's go for a ride, guys.
You know what? I barely even noticed this coaster was here.
Th-
When
this-
we came onto this ride, I didn't
Yeah.
know what we were coming on. So the way that this great big wooden coaster, I'm
Out of
like,
nowhere.
where did this come from all of a sudden?
I didn't have a good look round at the front, did I? And have a look round the signage, but we'll do that in a second. But no, this is the thing I enjoyed about looking at this part last night. How smooth.
Yeah, really good little drop there. Really excelled at going around these coasters and smoothing them all
Yeah.
around. It's had a lot of time that's gone into that as well.
Yep, definitely.
Quite a long ride as well, actually.
I'm extremely surprised how long that was and how long it kept its speed. It's that was entertaining the whole way through. There was no, and the original lift hill wasn't that high. Sorry, that's confused me because I struggled with the woodies. That's why I made such a big one in Thunderland. That was really a really impressive ride, and like you said, that literally came. Excuse me. Literally came out of nowhere. So
Tactful. You don't even see it, do you?
no, I mean you get a hint.
You've literally got no idea it's there.
No, I mean at eye level, you got a hint of it behind, and that lift hill doesn't look that big. That was brilliant. I thought.
Yeah.
I don't know what the name of the coaster was because oh no, here it is. Sorry.
Striker.
Quick. There we are. That was a great little wooden coaster. Yeah, I thought it was brilliant. I'm loving this little area. It's just so colourful. It's just nice.
Reminds me of Alden Towers Main Street.
Yes, it was what was just about to come into my head. I mean, look at that. That coaster goes through there, doesn't it? Because it comes in the back
Yeah, that would be a
here.
great one.
Yeah, it's just so nicely done. Really, really, really. And then you got, oh, look at that.
Got
Look at
almost
that
like a
view.
over there, look.
Look at that view. Got the drop tower, you got the sci-fi area, you got the Giga, you got the Woody. Very Thunderland-esque, that. Okay, so we've got a great looking bit here, haven't we, with this dive coaster. This looks great.
Looks absolutely sensational. Again, what we were alluding to earlier on, elevation changes. It can make or break a park. And
Yep.
the way that we're walking down into this area. Oh, and the water feature. Oh, I love it.
Hey, I'll tell you what I'll do for you. I'll take a picture of that and send it to you so you can use it as a screenshot, mate.
Screensaver.
Right. Just got to wait for the arrows to come back round. Hopefully they'll come back round as the Giga goes round the top. Perfect. There you go, bud.
Oh, thanks.
No worries. No, it's so picturesque, this park. I love it. Considering it's quite a size, but it doesn't feel a big size when you're in it. Just the detailing is lovely. And this apocalypse look with the zombies, I'm liking this a lot. I think this works.
I really like this fence as well, this custom fence. So we've got the cables going across the top of it.
Yep. And the funny thing is that's just the coat hook. The fairy tale coat hook or western coat hook. It's great. And I love that water tower. That water tower up there, just the sizing is just perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Lost Labs. So this must be it then. Oh no, this is a flat
Oh,
ride.
it's a flat ride.
See,
And really great flat ride skin as well.
yeah, he's done a lot to the outside, if you know what I mean. But I see why he's left the insides because of the performance of the frame rate, etc. But it's a shame because it could be 10 times more than it already is, but it's brilliant as it is, if you know what I mean.
100%.
I love these wrecked cars. They make there's a lovely park that Operator and Wix did. Two brilliant. I mean, you must have heard of Wix before, but they're brilliant, and they're the kind of guys that I've aspired to be and create, and the detail that I've watched over the years. And they've just released a park a couple of months ago called Above and Beyond. And I had a walk around it, and again, they've just built it, and they haven't used a single piece of Theme Maker's Toolkit. And you look at it, and it's amazing. I mean, you're more than welcome if you want to have a look around that. We can do another stream if you like, buddy. But it's a beautiful, beautiful park. It's a bit out there. It's like
Up for that.
brilliant,
Maybe
brilliant.
not today.
Yeah.
This one has been going on for quite a while.
I quite like that. That's a nice little idea.
Like that. Nice little effect.
Reminds me of Saw at Thorpe Park.
Yeah.
Right. I think we might want to do a night ride on this one as well, just because of the whole apocalyptic look, maybe.
Okay.
So, here we go. That's a good view, just looking at the studios area as well, with the edge of the lake.
I really like that view.
Pirate area over there. It seems everybody at the exit seems to be having issues. They're stuck there as well.
Very strange.
I do miss... I haven't been to a theme park in 2.5 years. I do miss it.
I haven't been to a theme park in about 10 years.
Oh, mate, get yourself back out there with the kids. Go for a family day out. Do they? Oh, well, I'll take that back then.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we got to do a nighttime ride. Oh, brilliant.
That was superb.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So what we'll do, we'll just put that in night and we'll just have another quick ride. Look at that main street. That's actually not the main street, is it? That's the behind section, I guess.
Yeah. I'm trying to get my bearings. I don't know.
Oh, look over at detail with the lighting. Oh, maybe there's not much lighting. I thought there would have been. Let's zoom up the lifting. Some great views here.
Park at night, then.
Yeah, some great views. This should look great with that flame.
Yep, it does.
Yep. Yeah, nailed it. I'd probably say it's just a shame there's not a little bit of background lighting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I would get that.
Maybe just...
Personally, I've had some subtle red lighting around this ride.
Yeah, like on the rocks and stuff, just as a background kind of thing. But I get the whole apocalyptic kind of let's not light it up look. But yeah, no, brilliant coaster. Great layout, great inversions, smooth. I don't know what else to say really. That was... You get a lot of these where they're very janky because it's a very hard coaster to keep smooth when you're doing bespoke layouts. And he's just done so well on all of them. And I'm very impressed by that one because this isn't an in-game piece. This is...
I love that bus, by the way, as well. Sorry, you're talking about the ride. I'm looking at other things. Because it's just that type of parking. There's so much to look at. That bus that he's got in there, look, I'm pointing at the screen like you can see. Why can't you see where I'm pointing, right?
Why can't I see a bus?
There's a bus just to
Okay.
your right.
To your right. Right.
Go no. Now left a little bit and then go forward. I'm pointing right. Go behind the coaster. It's behind this track here. There you go.
Oh, there! I could not see it. It's so
like,
blended in.
Like this old kind of bus that's all rusted.
It's
like,
brilliant.
All hidden away.
This is what you'd love about that park I mentioned a moment ago. Above and beyond, you'll enjoy that. We'll have to do that one.
I don't know why you didn't know where I was pointing, right? I was pointing at my screen.
Excuse me. I don't know, sir. I like this crane, the bespoke water crane as well. Loading and unloading. That's really cool. I love doing stuff like that. Just works.
To me, this park feels real.
Yeah.
It feels like somewhere I would actually go.
It's just extremely immersive. I love it. I think you could see something like this at a Universal Studios park or something, or even you could say Alton Towers when they do Scarefest around Nemesis area. You know, it's got the rocks, it's got the machinery, it's got the guns, it's got yeah. I'm enjoying that. That's really nice. So I just want to do a quick.
How much more of this park have we got left?
Well, we're literally this area
We've
here.
only got one little bit left.
Yeah. This area here is the hotel, I think. So I'm just trying to get my bearings where we
a long
are.
spotlight, and we've been going for ages. But at the same time, I'm quite sad that it's almost over because I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, but this is the nice thing about it is that every area we're going into, it's entertaining. There's nothing that we've actually sat here and gone, yeah, that's all right, that's okay. It's actually everything's picturesque. Everything's got something to look at. I mean, even that water tower, it's just perfectly sized. This tower bridge, kind of like a Brooklyn kind of bridge without the suspension cables on it. It just, we could talk about it all day.
Yeah, we could. Sorry, I had to throw in a 9-9 there. You say Brooklyn, I think 9-9.
But yeah, I do. I enjoyed it. I used to enjoy that program.
Oh, wow. Look at the theming around here again.
Yeah. See, I don't even know what
this ride is.
It's... I don't... I don't know. I mean, look at that. Look at the drop tower just coming out at the top there. Place my bets. I reckon a small indoor coaster. I think. I think. I don't know. Oh no. Oh, I've never done one of
it's one of
these.
these.
I've never done one of these.
No,
Right. So, just let those guys get it off. Here we go for a little, I don't know what you call these. What are they? Simulator arms?
Oh, yeah, of course not, man.
Oh,
No
wow.
idea what to expect here. It's an abandoned hospital.
We're still in the apocalypse area, aren't we? So oh, zombies.
Oh, no.
Oh, I should have done it in the dark.
I will go twice. It'll be fine. You
I
can
like,
appreciate the details the first time.
yeah, I like this. I don't know why, but I've just never attempted making one of these, and this is kind of what I'm going to do moving forwards. I'm not going to build big parks. I'm going to build rides that people can use and put in their parks. It's just a shame he's got no music. He hasn't linked any music to the rides. Ugh. There we go. After some technical difficulty, guys, we're back up and running. So,
How many technical issues have we had?
just a few. Just a few.
Just a few.
But we're
We've been
learning.
here for like 3 days.
We're learning. We're learning.
Yeah.
3 days of fun. Oh, this is better
Oh, yeah.
at night time. Much better.
Wow.
That floor. I love that
See, no,
floor.
I haven't seen this. So Rai-Rai's already been for a ride, but because of the technical issues, I haven't. So this is the first time for me experiencing this. So, oh, that's awesome.
See, anything that's lacking, no music. No.
I love this. Love all the little triggers. Wow, that's cool.
That was the bit that got me. I don't know, in the daylight it just got me. It was like, whoa! I love this. I think it's brilliant. So simple.
Very much homage to The Walking Dead.
100%. 100%. And the funny thing is, when you watch the stream back, you'll see the daylight version to this, and it's totally different ride. Totally different ride. Brilliant. Oh, it's absolutely brilliant. Definitely going to put an epilepsy warning on this, but hey. That was a great ride. Brilliant. So yeah, brilliant. The scenes in this I thought were just phenomenal. So nicely done.
I can't say that word.
Phenomenal.
No, I can't say it. Phenomenal.
Oh, bless you.
I just can't say it. I also can't say anemone. The things in the ocean.
Anemone.
That's the one. Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
say them words. But yeah, great ride. It was
I-
phenomenal.
It was that bit there that got me as it swung around. It was just like, whoa! Literally, wait till you hear it. It's great. The daytime ride is just, oh, it's perfect. But no, what again? So simply done, though. Absolutely brilliantly done. Brilliant.
Yeah, great,
And,
great job.
I really got to have a look into that ride. I've got to do
And
something
again,
special.
we had no idea what we were walking into, did we?
No.
Because we were stood at the entrance like, what ride is this? You've got no idea it's there.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant design. And I mean, just look at that lighting.
Once again.
Was that Runaway? They've made that. I was going to say, it looks like a theme maker, but it's not. I love this, the atmospherics here with this lighting from those headlights on that car just look amazing. Just the definition of everything hanging down.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
Great job. Once again, extremely immersive. Keep coming back to the same points over and over. Realism, immersive, realistic. Yeah, great job.
I just really enjoy this park. I can't give it enough praise because it's a bit like yourself in Thunderland, mate. It just flows. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. I love the light lanterns that they've done. They're just simply done, but they look so good.
Is this the final area now?
I think so. There's another coaster that we got to go on, but I can't see it at the moment. But yeah,
it's going to be hidden somewhere, no doubt.
What's this? Oh, log flume. Do we do log flumes? Might as well. Looks like that's the main.
The spotlight's already 3 days long, so it doesn't matter, does it?
Just think of poor old me having to edit it.
So this video will be released in 2023?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah. I love the lighting. They've just done such a good job. I mean, this to me is detailed in here. I'm loving this. I think this is a great. Maybe you could have done something a little bit different with the paving, but it just such an atmosphere for a log ride. One day, someday. There we go.
There we go. Yay!
That's one thing I wish people would do is set their timings right on the rides. Any guess and just set a 15 to 20 second gap time, and then you don't have that issue when you load the parks. But how picturesque is this?
Definitely should have been done at night.
I am, am I?
Yeah.
It's the Woody.
Nice, just little subtle sight lines of the park as well.
Yeah.
Is that the gig? Oh, no, that was...
That's the
Tower,
drop.
right?
Yeah, drop coaster.
Drop coaster, that was it, not drop tower. See the entrance with the lights over there.
That
Like
water.
how the trough is hidden
Yeah.
quite well.
Yeah. It's a realistic drop. It wasn't too long. There's one thing I find hard in this, and I wish they'd banked out the kind of transition between the drop and the splashdown a little bit more, because it seems as though you just kind of go bang, bang, bit roller coaster tycoon-y.
Especially on the cascade as well.
What is that? Oh, that's the... Oh, yes. The Kraken.
Kraken, that's the one, not the octopus. What kind of octopuses have you seen, Matty? Jesus. What kind of strange zoo did I go to as a kid?
Do you know what they could have really done? There's a scenic speaker. I had it on Rogue Wave where it's a tropical sound, but you got all the tweets and the insects ticking away.
Yeah.
And if they'd have had that in the background, that would have just been perfect then. Absolutely perfect, because it just brings another level of detail. This is really nice though. It's very, very beautifully done.
I don't want to just keep saying the same words over and over, because I really do try and like kind of vary it up, but
Yeah.
I can't help but go back to immersion again.
It is complete immersion. This is what we were saying a little while ago about this game, is that anyone can do anything on this game, and this is just, to me, this is perfect Planko realism. You know, it's not perfectly real, but it's as good as you can get without going over the top. And that's how I try and incorporate things. And this to me is just perfection within this game. I think it's great. You could have 10 more pieces per panel there just to give it a little bit more depth, but then you just ruin the game. Look at that.
Sometimes simple and effective.
Yeah.
Less is more.
Yeah. And then we're going to be about behind 30 odd thingies now. Anyway, we're at the back there. So yeah, no, great little wood, great little log flume there. Really good. Enjoyed that. And then to the flying duck was quite good. They've done so well with the lighting. So well with the lighting. Dark purples and oranges and exactly how I do it. Really nice. Right, Octopussy.
I love the octopus.
Oh, we got water effect here.
Feature.
I'll tell you what we'll actually do. Make this look really scenic. And tell you a little trick as well. 5:49 PM. If it works.
You okay there?
So, yep, getting that. There we go. So yeah, 5:49 PM.
Wow.
And reason being, the sun is just below the horizon, and then you get a more realistic effect on the water. Because I don't know if you noticed, if the sun is showing, it like if it was there, you'd have a reflection of the sun through here, even though the building should technically block it out. Where at 5:49, it just gives you that complete immersion look, more realistic look. So yeah, great little water feature. I like that actually. There you go. That works.
Love it.
Right. So this looks. Oh no, yeah, I think this is the last coaster. I just love the areas. It's just perfect immersion. You're walking in between different things.
Yeah.
Nothing's too the samey. Nice smooth coaster here.
That coaster looks so well built in as well.
Yeah. Oh, that sight line. The thing I like about him is his coaster skills. All these, none of these are pre-made pieces. I use a lot of that. Look at that view. Oh, that looks nice.
It looks really. I don't know how to explain. Just to the left there, it looks almost quite tame and quite like inviting, quite child friendly. But you know, it's not that type of coaster.
Yeah.
If
No, I know
that
what you
makes
mean.
sense. It like kind of it doesn't look like kind of your white knuckle coaster. Ah, look at that shot though.
I know. I love the water. The reflections in this game are phenomenal. That was one thing you didn't get to experience of Thunderland with Dan, because he turned the reflections off on the water. Bless him. Very different looking park. That is beautiful. That to me is a pure Florida looking coaster.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So
Right.
shall we hop on? Because we
Yes.
started the spotlight last week.
Yeah. All right. There we go.
I think every single ride in this park has some kind of trigger.
Yes. Yeah, I've noticed that something somewhere, lighting, doors, rocks, well, you know, the pre-made pieces moving and so forth. Yeah, definitely. I do love the timing effects, the day timing effects in this game.
Yeah, give some stunning vistas.
Yeah. How do you fit so much coaster in such a small area?
Sounds like the start of a joke. I'm waiting for the punchline.
No, I was blown away by it.
It was yeah, amazing.
You know,
Amazing stuff.
I've ridden coasters like that, especially Kumba in America and in Florida, and it's like Kumba but not on steroids. Even though you've got the same kind of layout, similar kind of feel, where the center lift goes through the loop goes round it. It was lovely, so smooth. Just yeah, brilliant coaster, brilliant.
Great job.
Right.
Great job.
Let's just do a quick zoom out. Yes, we are pretty much there, bar the studio tour. So yeah, we have a little studio tour. So where are we? Let's have a quick go. We'll do this one. So this has just literally left the station.
What an amazing park this has been.
100%. Even this. I mean, look at the lighting on these.
But, right. You know what?
Yes.
You must know what's coming. You must know what's coming.
A 3-word review, maybe?
3-word park review.
Think about it.
On the spot.
On the spot.
On the spot. 3 words.
What a park.
There you go. There you go. Nailed it.
What a park.
I would say incredible immersive experience.
Yep. I mean, even look at that. Look at the writing at the top there. It just looks so... The car to the left, the lighting.
Yeah.
I mean, this...
I do know that we are coming to the end of this spotlight now. And just before we do obviously finish off, please subscribe to Rai. The fact that he is not 500 subs is an absolute joke. Working with him today and joining him for this spotlight and seeing how much effort and time and work he puts into these videos, and just an amazing content creator. So extremely talented builder and content creator. So please make sure to leave a subscribe. I'll accept that £20 when we finish. That little plug for you. It was 20 we agreed on, wasn't it?
I thought it was 10. I'm not
the pricing.
Oh. Because we're 3 hours in, it's doubled the price. Cool.
Exactly,
Okay, mate.
But no, I've had an absolute blast joining for the spotlight. What an amazing park. Loved it.
Same as, mate. I really, I just want to second what you say. It's been a great fun time walking around such a great park. Yes, it was picked specifically to kind of mirror the build styles you guys restricted to, but at the same time, this just gives you an idea that when you really do push yourself with the standard stuff of what you can do with the park. And I thank Matty for joining me and sharing that experience. And I'm just glad it was a great park to have a good look around and time with. No, so hit the likes, do the subs. You know how it is, guys. I appreciate every single one of you. Yeah, and the same for Matty with the console side of things. We're good couple of guys. We do what we do, and Matt's got some a great build going on at the minute in the English countryside. I've been keeping an eye on that. That's really nice. So yeah, but no, thank you for your time, Matty. Really appreciate it. And
thank you for inviting me. It's been an absolute honour and loved it. Really enjoyed it.
No worries, dude. But no, guys. As always, happy coastering all. Stay safe, stay well, and we'll speak to you all very, very soon.